Good evening. It's Tuesday. It is time for the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 6. My name is Darren Paul. I'm very glad to have you with us on the Amigos Racing Team YouTube channel, live for 3 very exciting sprint races. In the first round of Season 7 of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. As you can see, we are in Super Formula cars. We are at the Suzuka circuit. I mean, really the home of Super Formula, at least in my eyes. What a series we have for you. So, already, such as the joys of online motorsport, we are having a server reset, I believe. So please bear with on that. But how are we doing this evening? Great to have you on board. Let me know how the levels are, if you can. So again, welcome to the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7. Can you believe we are into the 7th series of Tuesday night sprint racing? Ordinarily would say touring car style, but that's not quite it. You can't have touring car in Super Formula cars. I won't accept it. It doesn't seem to make a whole bunch of sense. There we go. So, Gran Turismo Sport. And I mean, would it be Gran Turismo Sport without a cheeky little pit glitch? Who's to say? Okay, so just to peek behind a curtain, we have cars and drivers coming back. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, interesting. I don't think I've ever actually seen the pit glitch myself. I'm not showing it to you because we are trying to get things set up. So apologies by the back end, but just trying to get stuff sorted here. Again, the perils, the joys of doing virtual motorsport, virtual content over the internet. Sometimes things fall over and unfortunately that is not super uncommon in the Amigos Racing. My apologies. It's not uncommon in Gran Turismo Sport. Let me get that right. Let me get that squared away. Let me get that correct. So, whilst we're waiting to rejoin lobbies and such, and waiting for all that to properly kick in, let's just enjoy the tunes. I'll be back in a few. Welcome to the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7 Round 1 live from Suzuka. The Suzuka circuit, Mei Prefecture in Japan. Suzuka, one of the main motorsport hubs in Japan. Home of these beautiful cars that you can see right now. Super Formula cars. Of course, the open wheel format, the premier open wheel format in Japanese racing, and Suzuka, one of the crown jewel circuits in all of world motorsport. What are we doing here? Well, we're here for 3 races. We have a 15-minute qualifier or qualifying session that will set the grid for race number 1. That is 10 minutes, and that is based purely on the qualifying. Race 2, 20 minutes. That is based on the finishing results reversed from race 1. So if you win race 1, you start at the back of the grid for race 2, but you've got 20 minutes as opposed to 10. So who knows? We've seen some incredible results from drivers starting at the back of grid 2 or race 2, even jumping back up to basically first within a couple of corners. So who knows? It's very exciting. Race 2, arguably the feature race. Race 3, that is a 15-minute sprint. They're all sprints. Based solely on the results of race 2. You win race 2, you start on pole for race 3. The 3 key elements, we've got no tyre wear, no fuel consumption, and we have rolling starts. Key things to remember there. We also don't have damage, which is quite an important thing to keep in mind as well. Now, if you were here for the ART 200, which also showcased these cars and these drivers, had a bit of early season testing, let's say, we did have damage, fuel consumption, and tyre wear. None of that in this series. Let's have a look at this schedule. 6 rounds, of course, kicking off today at Suzuka. Next week we go to the Nürburgring GP circuit. Then it's Blue Moon Bay Speedway. It's an infield circuit using as well the oval. Then it's Circuit de Barcelona Catalonia GP, Sardinia Road Track A2, and then South Inner Loop finishes off the season. Now, we don't have the standings. Of course, it's race 1. But what we do have are what should be the entrance to this season. So we should have Elite Digits, Oscar, Weedy 321, Doors, DeJovis, Cal Games, Drums, Cuzzy, aka Ryan is bad, you know, Terminator, Lango 666, Seth F1, Brett Racket, Beaver Boy, Mercedes Class 88, and Red LMR 56. So those are your drivers entering the season, or the series rather. Mercedes Class 88 sets pole time at 1:38.52. Already dropped down. Kyle Games, Lango 666 with the pole time right now, 1:36. 924. So the Suzuka circuit, based in Suzuka, Mie Prefecture in Japan. It's a 5.8 kilometer circuit, 18 turns, and a lap record held by Lewis Hamilton at 1:38.983. I think that 1:36 from Lango is about the fastest we've seen so far in the practice and the early stages of this qualifying. Let's just take a couple, take a look at a few of the liveries that we're going to be treated to. This is not an exhaustive list, but a couple of cars to look out for. Owen Dalton 99 with the Golf livery. Terminator, sponsored by GoPro, it would seem. Doors, repping the Alpha F1. Willie D321 sets pole 1:36.560. We'll dive into qualifying proper in a couple of moments, but a couple of cars also to look out for. Elite Digits, looking a bit greener there than we saw on track earlier. That livery, Cuzzy, aka Ryan is bad, you know, and Doors for the second time. It's a real nice livery, so you want to see it multiple times. Finally, Oscar X0, aka Oscar R. Red LMR 56. Watch out for that one. Borderline Force India colours as Lango 666 goes pole with a 1:36.323. Really fast stuff. And Cowdrum Games. Is that the Williams F1 livery for this season? Real nice stuff. Right. Let's focus now on qualifying. So, Lango 666 currently has the provisional pole, 1:36.323. Willie D 321 on an outlap, so came in last time. And get a look at that livery of Willie D. Brett Racket, currently third in the standings, dives into the pits. Ryan is bad, you know, aka Cuzzy, currently fourth. Oscar X0, currently fifth. Terminator, Connor 0410, trolling down pit road. Cal Games Drums, briefly for a moment, had the pole with that Williams livery. Mercedes Class 88 in a classic late 80s McLaren livery. And Beaver Boy, again, beautiful Amigos Racing Team livery down in 10th. Very similar livery for Elite Digits, who's a lot bluer than it was green, as we saw in the previews. The Jovis, also pretty traditional black. And Amigos colours for him. Ryan Espagino sets pole. We are going to go for a lap of the circuit with Terminator. So you brake at the 50, turning in that long opening hairpin. And then we have the S-curves taking you from turn 2 all the way to the exit of turn 7. There we go, the S is completed there. Now the Dunlop curve. And then this little kink, this corner here, this is Degner. And then turn 9 under the bridge. This is hairpin, one of multiple hairpins on this circuit, but only one named hairpin. And then arguably the most famous corner on the racetrack, one of, Spoon Curve. Quite a long left-hander. I had to drop down a gear. Nearly lost it with a little bit of understeer there. Then it's hard on the gas. You go over the underpass or over the bridge. Then it's left 130R. Near enough. Flat out. Then you're into the casino triangle. So we've got this hairpin. Heavy on the braking. Coming right down from 6th to 2nd. And then last curve. Turn 18, turn 19 on the racetrack. And over the line we come in at 138.259. And then just for completion's sake, this is first turn. That is its official designation. So, we're very glad to have you along with us this evening. The Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7. Can you imagine? We are driving, for me, the most entertaining, the most enjoyable, the best cars in all of GT Sport. As Brett Rackett sets pole. And you see on the screen, you see the overtake button, so that we have that in this season, in this series. There is limited overtake, there is limited boost. But it's going to be interesting to see when drivers deploy it and how useful it will be for them in executing overtakes. And watch out for the roll hoop, because the LED strips on the roll hoops, they do change colour depending on their current state. So it's just so we can see with Brett Rackett. I do apologise for that pop-up. With Brett Rackett, it is flashing and now it's red. So red is telling us that it's just being used. Green means that it can be used, and again flashing again means that it is currently being deployed. And now there is no colour on the LEDs, and I believe that means, oh my goodness, as he spins it around, gets it all kinds of wrong there, Brett Rackett. And that's easily done. I think that was on Spoon. As we see Ryan is badging out that seafoam blue, black and silver livery. Somewhat reminiscent of the New York Liberty WNBA basketball team. If you are a WNBA supporter, you will know exactly what we're talking about. And if you're not a WNBA supporter, I mean, check it out. It's good stuff. Some of the best women's basketball players on the planet in that league. But I digress. We have 3 minutes 40 left. Again, our fastest lap time. Brett Rackett 1:35.609. As we see Lango 666. Fastest time of 1:36.323. That was good enough for pole at the time, or provisional pole at the time. Right now, good for 4th position. Drops down into the pits, Beaver Boy. Still with plenty of overtake left. Currently running in 5th, one of our blue Amigo liveried cars. So let us know in the chat, who do you like for this race? Who do you like for this series? Yeah, so brilliant racing during Season 6, and of course Season 5 and Season 4 and Season 3. Now, if you want to be a part of the Amigos Racing Team, if you are thinking, I wouldn't mind a bit of this racing action, then in the description to this video rather, we've got links to our Discord and all our social media. You need to be in the Discord if you want to be involved in the races. That's where all the league setups are. That is where you gain entry to our races, to our community, all that. It's interesting to see Connor full boost, so has not used any overtake yet. Fastest lap at 1:37.026 from Connor 0410. Likewise for Mercedes Class 88, hasn't used any overtake. Terminator's used all the boost, and Elite Digits has used just under half, as has Brett Rackett. He's had an overtake top up as we go on board our provisional pole sitter. That's what I was saying. If you want to get involved, if you want to race Brett Rackett, Discord, and maybe you think you can do a better job than me, again, Discord, if you want anything to do with the Amigos Racing Team. Elite Digits sets the fastest time for them at 1:37.850. And a big shout out to Elite Digits, once again, the host of the T1 lobby. So not only are they racing, they're also making sure that they record and allocate points and runs the whole season series. So huge, huge job for them, as Brett Rackett sets the new pole time, 1:35.609. And then overcooks it on first turn, heading into the S's. Getting it just a little bit wrong, running it on the outside. So we check out Oscar X0. Again, during the Art 200, we were talking about this livery of Oscar X0s. I believe we determined it was a 90s IndyCar / kart livery. I think it was 1995 we decided. I can't remember if it was Nigel Mansell's. Excuse me. No, not Mansell's. Mansell's was a white with black sideboards. Halverline sponsored. So, that's Brett Rackett. Clouts. Now, where's he done that? Oh, Casino Triangle. So he's lost it at the... Let's see what happened here. Oh, yeah, just going into the Casino Triangle. Let's just see that again. Yeah, we joined it a bit late, but spun out at Casino Triangle. So that's interesting. From our provisional pole sitter, Anis Badgino looking to take pole position. Half a second back. It's not looking on for him right now. He's over a second up on his, or down on his fastest time. Navigates Casino very nicely there, driving a Honda-powered Super Formula car. Over line with a 1:37. Is there anybody on lap? Mercedes Class 88's had a bit of a tough time making it round on this lap. And that is qualifying in the books. Brett Rackett. Ah, Brett Rackett in the chat. I was trying to drift. See, we didn't see the start of that. What's this? The Suzuka Drift. The spin-off series. Brett Rackett, Willie D 321, Ryan Espagino, Lango 666. They are your top two rows. They lock out the front two rows here at Suzuka for round one of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. Round one, race one. And it's coming up right now. Brett Rackett has pole on their way. Racing for the first time in Season 7. Brett Rackett, as we've got cars off the racetrack already. But Brett Rackett able to get into first turn, absolutely no problems. Is everybody able to make it round safe? Looked like Beaver Boy may have taken a little nudge there. He's gone off the racetrack. Terminator L and Mercedes Class 88, they are the cars that were having a little bit of difficulty off the line. A lot of power in these Super Formula cars. That is what makes them some of the most exciting open wheelers on the planet. Brett Rackett has led us away almost 7/10 of a second up to the good as he goes under the bridge. Past Dagden for the first time. Oh my goodness, that was Oscar X0. It's gone well off the racetrack. And we're going to have to take a look at what happened there. Did they get help? We will check in with that replay at the end of this lap as the cars are approaching Spoon Curve for the first time. Brett Rackett leads. Ryan Espagino with a D3-2-1 under pressure from Lango. Beaver Boy is right there as well. Oh, Lango's been turned. Lango's been spun around, and I think that was contact from Beaver Boy. Beaver Boy waits. Does the sporting thing. Little touch of the brakes. It's Willie D3-2-1. Very, very fast driver. Trying to make something happen with Ryan Espagino, aka Cuzzy. As Brett Rackett doesn't faff about with any drifting around Casino Triangle that time. Casio Triangle, shall I say. Brett Rackett, of course, fastest lap of the race so far as our race leader. We're going to check in with that incident for the Oscar X0. Oh, just missed the turning a little bit and then just runs it out wide. Ends up collecting the barrier. No damage, of course. But definitely hit their first lap. Couple of positions dropped. So top three. Brett Rackett, Ryan Espagino, Willie D3-2-1. A little bit. Oh my goodness, as Connor also overcooks it. As does Mercedes Class 88. And he's collected the opposite side barrier. But Connor lost out to DeJovis for just a second. DeJovis, is he going to get the cut back? No! Can't quite go back around. Connor holds on to that position, but under great pressure from DeJovis. Our top four unchanged. DeJovis, we're going to ride on board. As they go around Spoon. Oh, Oscar X0 right there. Elite digits as well. DeJovis on 142.898 last time by. On that first lap of the race. DeJovis with some defending to do from Oscar X0. How brave are you feeling, Oscar? Going into Casio Triangle. Not trying anything this time. Willie D3-2-1. Fastest lap of the race. 136.665. Once again, the dual shock is disconnected. Shouldn't be getting those notifications. In fact, DeJovis thought about a move on Connor. Going to go on board with Oscar X0, who I think's got the best seat in the house for this battle right now. This looks like the biggest on-track battle, aside from two of the cars at the back. Let's just check in with our race leaders. Wow, Brett Rackett's lead has come down by a couple of tenths. Go through hairpin, and it's Badgino as Willie D3-2-1. Really looks like he's struggling to get hold of it out to exiting hairpin. And Ryan Badgino is right there. The artist otherwise known as Cuzzy, as Brett Rackett goes quite wide. That is not where you want to do it. You can imagine, you can assume he is definitely using the boost up the hill. No, doesn't seem to be. As Willie D3-2-1 is loving this draft that he'll be getting. He's getting a toe up the hill. Now, Ryan, how brave are you? Oh! Nothing doing that time into Casio. Willie D3-2-1. I mean, he made it look particularly exciting as Kyle's got a penalty. A reminder, in this series, you have time. You have the rest of the race to scrub off your penalty. No penalty lines here. It's not dailies. 3 wide into first turn. Sensibly backing out of it. Connor defending the position. Oscar X0 gets by DeJovis. And that is a very, very confident move We're going to have to watch that one back. So pulls right across. Gets inside the Jovis. Nowhere he can go. And Connor, because of the placement of where his car was, it looks like it sort of impedes the Jovis. So he couldn't get that real good run at Oscar X0. So great job by Oscar. Firstly, having the confidence to put that move on. Did it safely, did it clean, and used other cars on the racetrack to really benefit from that. That's good driving, what we've come to expect from Oscar X0. Ryan Spangino still second, behind Brett Rackett, 1.3 seconds. The gap now is Woody 3-2-1. We've got 3:45 remaining in this race. First race of the first round of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7. Joining us on the Amigos Racing Team YouTube channel. We're glad to have you. Make sure you share this race, share this broadcast. VD 3-2-1 again. Thought about it and then backed out of it. Not close enough into first turn that time. Cal still with that penalty. Connor all over the back of Oscar, as Oscar has got the move done. Not too sure when that happened, but let's he's done it again. Down the front straight, and wow, just blown by Connor that time. None of the late braking. None of the using other cars as a blocker, setting a screen. None of that. Just absolutely blows by. And to Jovis now, coming back at Connor as well. Connor, oh, gets it a little bit sideways, getting on the gas outside a hairpin. It's a tricky part of the circuit. De Jovis is using that overtake. I think Connor's all out of overtake. Yeah, as expected. Oh, but De Jovis! Just whilst we were saying that, goes off track. So after this great battle, he's just used some overtake. He's kept some in the tank for the closing battle round Spoon, and then, oh, you see, that's unfortunate. Two wheels onto the Astro and then into the gravel. Battles at the top of the racetrack. Our top three looking locked in. Kyle just driving their own race right now. Kyle Games Drums 2 seconds ahead, 2 seconds behind Oscar X0. Now that Oscar's by Connor, he is racing away, but with only 1 minute 20 left, so 2 laps left in this race. Don't know if he will be able to get it done. De Jovis in 7th, was going great. We've rather neglected the battle at the back on this occasion. Do apologise for that. Beaver Boy has clearly had an incident. He's 10 seconds back. They are faster than that. Mercedes Class 88. 3 seconds back from Lango. Our 2 Mercedes liveried, McLaren liveried cars. Elite digits. Oh, gets it a little bit wrong coming out of Spoon, and Lango very happy to pick up the pieces. Gains a position. 9th now for Lango, using that overtake, not leaving anything up to chance. So this will be the last lap for these drivers. Lango looking to lock in a 9th position. As time expires, when they come over the line, they will get the checkered flag. Terminator is in 8th as well, at the head of the racetrack. Brett Rackett is now flying through Dunlop Curve up to Degner for the final time in race number 1. Under the bridge, just needs to keep it clean, absolutely. No worries there. Ryan Espagino can see Brett Rackett as he's been able to all of this race. But I doubt if it's going to count for much of anything right now. Oscar X0 has gotten by Kyle. Oscar on an absolute tear. Up into 4th position. And with, half a lap to go. And a lot of it flat out. Anything can happen right now. Kyle's trying to get back. WD321 has driven a really consistent, calm race. Yeah, it does a perfect job around Spoon. Shouldn't have much to worry about now. Kyle. Games drums. Is he going to go for anything spectacular? He's got the boost going. So does Oscar. Up to Casio. This is the race right now. Brett Rackett will come across to win race number 1, round number 1 of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7. But this is the battle right now. Oscar keeps it and picks up that 4th position. A great recovery drive from him. Brett Rackett, your race winner. Ryan Espagino in 2nd. And there is the rest of the classification. Willie D321 picks up the 3rd spot on the podium. A huge congratulations to our race winner, Brett Rackett. Led from pole, kept it clean, and picks up the maximum points in Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 7. Now we wait. Will any cars dive out on track for a quick... There we go. We're on board with Mercedes Class 88. Now personally, when I race infrequently and slowly in Amigos Team Racing, I always love to try and get as much time on track as I possibly can. Because boy do I need it. And it certainly helps us out in between races. Great way to kick off the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7. And again, make sure you subscribe to the Amigos Racing Team YouTube channel. Follow us on all the social media. You're welcome to follow me on social media. I'm all over the place. But the place you can follow me is at jam_stairwell on Twitter. I've also got a Twitch channel, Stairwell Jam. That has not been tremendously active of late, I must admit. Did a 24-hour charity live stream. Raised a couple £100 for British Heart Foundation. About a month ago now. Since then, have dabbled in a little bit more Twitch streaming. That's not what this is. We're here for the Amigos Racing Team. All our links, everything you need to know about joining us, get involved in the racing, get involved in the community, learning how to be a better, faster, more consistent sim racer. All that information is in our Discord. Make sure you join us. And of course, that's where you sign up for the races if you want to be a part of the action. So, 20 minutes. Race 2. Reverse grid based on the finishing positions from race 1. So it looks like Mercedes Class 88, who finished in the back in race number 1, I believe, will be kicking things off in race number 2 from pole. In fact, no, it wasn't. I think it was Beaver Boy. We will get official confirmation once race 2 has been started by our lobby host, who again is Elite Digits. And I mean, if you don't like this stream for anything else, make sure you slap a like on for Elite Digits, because again, the guy does awesome work for us here at the Amigos Racing Team. Races, active in the community, and of course hosting the premiere lobby, the Tuesday Sprints Tier 1. The jewel in the crown of the Amigos Racing Team calendar. And I stand by that. So race 2 is just around the corner. Whilst we wait, let's just remind you of the schedule. The rounds that we have coming up in Season 7 of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. Now, before we get into that, you'll notice that says Tier 1. We have 2 tiers. We've also got Tier 2. Make sure you check that out. We'll be publishing results of that. Make reference to that all season long. But if you're able, if you want to, you can get involved in the racing. Suzuka, Nürburgring, Blue Moon Bay Speedway, Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, Sardinia. And we finish off with the South Inner Loop. The cars are on the grid. Beaver Boy on pole. Mercedes Class 88 outside them. Elite Digits and Lango 666. They make up the second row. And we are about to get underway. The Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints. Round 1. Race 2. From Suzuka. And we are green lights. We are away. Beaver Boy well off the line there. Got Mercedes Class 88 on the outside. Can we all make it down to first turn cleanly? It looks like we have this time. That was not the case in race number 1. Unfortunately, oh, Terminator's gone flying off the racetrack. Going around the S-curves as Beaver Boy pulling away at the front, as is Mercedes Class 88. Elite Digits holding on in third from Lango 666. In fourth, Kyle Games Drums already up to 5th position. Battling again with Oscar X0. Oscar gets by. Connor behind as well. That is a great looking battle as Mercedes goes very, very wide. What's going to happen here? Elite Digits will go on board. Looking up the inside of Mercedes Class 88. Is going to get the move done. Oh, doesn't look like it this time. Great news for Beaver Boy, who's already 2 seconds to the good ahead of Elite Digits. What a battle we have. We're going to dive on board with Connor 0410 on the tail of Lango 666 as we head up the hill. Not a massive hill. To 130R. We'll turn 15. Of this circuit up to the Casio Triangle. No heroics this time, please. Oh, there's contact. We've got cars everywhere. As Kyle gets collected. Again, Connor impossibly comes out in 4th position there. We have to see what happened there. Connor in 7th position. We'll see if any penalties have been attributed. From Connor's vantage point, able to get through relatively unscathed, but it looks like he gave a little love tap there to Kyle. Doesn't look like a penalty was handed out to Connor, so I doubt if he'd have been able to scrub it off that quickly. Head of the field right now, Beaver Boy 2.2 seconds to the good over Mercedes Class 88. Oscar X0 in 3rd. A couple of those cars there taking a very wide line as Ryan Spatchner gets very squirrely out of turn 9 as we go to hairpin now. It's weird D321, you know, somebody that is surely a real favourite for this series has had a major incident and unfortunately is well off the pace at the back of the grid. However, we have 17 minutes left and we know how fast Willie D321 is, as Mercedes has a just shy of a half-second penalty. Willie D has got best part of 20 minutes to run qualifying laps. We'll see how high back up the order he can get. Ryan Espaggio all over the back of Kyle Games Drums. With good distance to Elite Digits behind. Brett Rackett, fastest lap of the race, 1:37.678. So It's not the fastest pace we've seen overall. That's Willie D 321. Now that is fast, a 1:36.835. Now what did I say? This is opportunity for Willie D to put in some seriously hot laps, and already starting to gain on Terminator, who again must have had a bit of a moment, as we've had a change for the lead, and Beaver Boy, Mercedes Class 88, battling at the head of the field. We're going to dive back to see the start of that battle. Mercedes Class 88 still with nearly 1 second worth of penalty to scrub off. Got by Beaver Boy that time. Beaver Boy still looking up the inside round Spoon. Side by side, trying to burn off some penalty. Mercedes Class 88. And that's a bit of a... he had his car there. He was not for moving it, Mercedes. And this is great news for Oscar. He's going to be able to close that gap as these two battling hard for the lead of the race. As we head to the Casio Triangle, the hairpin, Beaver Boy easily gets by Mercedes Class 88 that time. But picked up a penalty. Not entirely sure for what there. Not sure if we had a bit of contact or if he exceeded the track limits. But Oscar X0 is right there. And we saw the moves that Oscar was able to pull going into first turn. Let's have a look at the start of this battle. We ride on board with Mercedes Class 88. So at this point, a ways back, picked up a penalty for track limits. There it is, of course, Beaver Boy going under the bridge, way too wide, exiting turn 9, and then the rest of the battle, of course, we saw live and in person. Again, I've had worries about that. Oscar X0 takes second position. He's going to look to take first. He does. And I made mention of it earlier, the very wide line they take out of 9 under the bridge. And it's caught out first and second position. And the real benefit there for Oscar X0, who, with a bit of clean air, is extremely quick. We know this. And is by Beaver Boy and Mercedes Class 88. Connor lies in wait in 4th position. Lango 666 is in 5th position. Kyle looking for a move on elite digits. The Jovis is there as well. Brett Rackett remains in 10th position. Kyle looking around the outside, gets the move done on the first part and keeps it. Exiting the Casio Triangle. He's gained the position. Elite digits though, looking to battle back. He won't take this line down. In 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th, they are right there together. Kyle, I think, has got the favourable line as he heads up through the S's. What a great race we've had so far. We've still got basically 13 minutes remaining. It's Kyle Games drums. Just a little bit on the grass there. Didn't seem to hurt him too badly. The Jovis battling with his Amigos Racing Team teammate as Brett Rackett. Uncharacteristic error from Brett Rackett. Again, exiting turn 9 under the bridge, taking it extremely wide. It's Willie D321, now just 4 and a bit seconds back of Terminator. Oscar X0, our race leader, with a 1 second advantage over Beaver Boy. Ahead of Mercedes Class 88 in 3rd, Lango 666 in 4th. Ryan, as bad you know, is in 5th position. Connor's in 6th. Kyle Games drums in 7th. 8th is Elite Digits. We go on board. No attacking to be done. Oh my goodness, but some defending to Jovis. Gets up the inside. We've got yellow flags. That will look like Lango 666. No, sorry. Yes, it was Lango 666. Was collected by Connor, I think. All the way down from 4th. No. Okay, so we're going to watch that replay again. That's Connor now in 10th. So it looks like Lango lost it, got bumped by Ryan Badgino, but Connor coming around a unsighted corner, has those cars ahead of him, hammers on the brakes, slows down, doesn't want to get into the accident, of course, that's natural, and then gets on the gas, but hammers down, there isn't the traction, spins it around and drops quite a few positions back down to 10th position, as Oscar still leads from Beaver Boy, from Mercedes, from Ryan is Badgino, has gained a position. Kyle is in 5th. De Jovis got the move done on Elite Digits, up into 6th now. Nearly a second to the good. Brett Rackett, we know how fast he could be. Willie D 321, also extremely quick. 135.903, fastest lap of the race. Brett Rackett just gets by Elite Digits there. Absolutely no problems at all. Looks like Elite Digits has used all of his overtake that he has available to him in the race. We're at half distance. We have 10 minutes to go. And we're going to ride on board with Brett Rackett for one lap of Suzuka. Always fantastic to be able to go on board and see these fantastic drivers around this racetrack. Now during the on board with Brett Rackett, we had a change for the race lead. Beaver Boy got by Oscar X0 to retake first position. Unfortunately, we of course missed. Oh my goodness, that is Mercedes class 88 getting it all wrong with a huge impact at turn 9. So it's after Degner gets it very wide. Oh my goodness. And oof, actually it wasn't as bad as first feared. I only lost 2 positions there, but my word, it looked like a horrendous one live. Got it a little wrong, and it's been, I mean, Suzuka's, it is a tricky circuit. These corners will catch you out, especially if you're pushing it just that little bit. And again, whilst we were on board with Brett Rackett, we saw the benefit of being able to save up a bit of overtake, a bit of that boost, as he just dragged by De Jovis. De Jovis clearly had nothing to respond with. Brett Rackett was by. He's up to 6th position. Beaver Boy leads from Oscar X0. 1.8 seconds to the good. Elite Digits is down in 8th. Willie D 321 has gotten by the Terminator and is looking to get by. Has got by Connor. up into 10th position and just 2.5 seconds back of Lango 666. Last time for Willie D 321, 136.684 for Lango. It was a 137.879. So Willie D 321 could definitely be picking up some more championship points. Again, somebody I think coming into this we would have as a favourite to take it all when it's all said and done. Very fast driver. This looks like the biggest battle on track right now. It's for second step on the podium right now, but who knows what it could turn out to be in the end. Ryan Espagino hunting down Oscar X0 as they go around Spoon Corner. And the long uphill straightaway. Then 130R over the figure 8 part of the racetrack. Heavy on the brakes. Just had to back out of it there. Oscar didn't leave the room, and nor should he shut the door. Nothing wrong with that driving from either driver. If Oscar was a skosh just further to the outside, Ryan would be up into second. As it happens, Ryan Spatcher, aka Cuzzy, remains in third position, but it's putting the pressure on, and that's good news for Beaver Boy, able to eke out that lead by another 1/10 of a second. 1.8 second advantage now. Brett Rackett still in 6th. It's Car Games Drums trying to get on the back of Mercedes Class 88. All gets very congested through hairpin, but it is a little bit deceptive, though this time Mercedes Class 88 wasn't able to get the fastest getaway you've ever seen. Car Games Drums on the brakes a little earlier than Mercedes Class 88. That's been able to eke out a little bit of time for the McLaren liveried car. Pulls right underneath the rear wing. Tries to go up the inside of 130R. Not happening this time. Gets the cut back. Has he overcooked it? Oh, that's a great bit of driving from Kyle Games Drums. Really, really impressive stuff. Set him up. Went to the outside. Sent Mercedes thinking about defending, then gets him up the inside into Casio. Mercedes just drags by like, no, that will be my position. Ryan Espagino in third, just ahead of them on the racetrack. Nearly 4 seconds to the good against that particular battle. And a second down on Oscar X0. Mercedes Class 88. It's half second advantage now. Brett Rackett, half second back himself. De Jovis 7th, Lango in 8th. Elite Digits with Willie D breathing down his neck. In fact, Lango as well on a bit of a recovery drive got ahead of Elite Digits some point in the last lap. Again, Elite Digits going extremely deep on that corner, using all of the runoff, and then a little bit more. Oh, do they touch? Was there contact? I'm not too sure. It looks like Willie D, I don't know if he backed off there at all. And he has the advantage. He has the position going into Spoon. Elite Digits has picked up a small penalty. I think that may have been track limits. That's great driving from Willie D 321. This will hopefully tell us if there was contact and if he backed out. So that's the initial, I'm going to say, mistake from Elite Digits. Oh, no contact there. And then they're side by side. Still side by side. This was really, really great driving from the pair of them. And then Willie D 321, clean as you like. And he's in 9th position. And he will be loving that. Beef Boy still leads the race. There should be 1 lap to go after this for Beaver Boy and Oscar X Zero. Ryan Espanjano in 3rd. 1.8 seconds off the race lead. So it's looking very, very close to the top. Kyle Games Drums in 4th. Mercedes Class 88 in 5th. Brett Rackett still trying to hound him down. Trying to get those additional championship points. Brett Rackett, remember, somebody who has won championships and has been right at the spicy end of battles. WD 321 still fastest lap of the race. 1:35.903. So definitely the top 3, top 4 will get a second lap. Top 6, top 7, yeah. So most of these cars that we see now will get 1 more lap. Our race leader, Beaver Boy, is on the final lap of the race, navigating the S-curves for the final time. Just 1 second to the good, so keep it clean, and that'll be a race victory coming your way. Any slight mistake, Oscar X Zero and Ryan Espanjano, they will be right there. Brett Rackett has moved up to 5th position, got by the Jovis. Willie D 321 up to 8th position. Oh, that's a big overtake from Ryan Espanjano on Beaver Boy. As they go into hairpin, we're going to dive into the replay, see exactly what happened there. Beaver Boy had the race lead. And it's turn 9 again on entry. Got it a little bit wrong and then lost out 2 positions. Went too deep and now the battle is on. Ryan Espanjano trying to get under the rear wing of Oscar X Zero up the hill for the final time. These next 2 corners will settle this race. How brave are you, Ryan? Absolute full commitment, both drivers. Oscar X Zero gets on the brakes, turns in. Oh, he spun. No, he just got it very, very sideways. But I think Oscar's been able to keep the victory just. And it's Oscar X Zero. Ryan Espanjano is in 2nd. Beaver Boy in 3rd. 4th is Kyle Games Drums. 5th, Brett Rackett. The Jovis in 6th. Mercedes Class 88 in 7th. Willie D 321 on a brilliant recovery drive is in 8th. Lango in 9th. Elite Digits over the line in 10th. Connor and Terminator round out our race. Oh my goodness, what an incredible final lap that was. Oscar X Zero climbed 8 positions to take his first victory of the season. But my goodness, hearts in your mouth moment for Oscar X Zero. I apologise for prematurely calling that he'd spun it. But my goodness, as he hits that final corner, the casino triangle, gets on the gas. Looked like he picked up a little bit of curb and it looked very, very sideways for a moment. A scary moment, no doubt, but great driving, very experienced driver, and he gets it together, collects the car and finishes the race as the winner of race number 2. I am going to very quickly grab myself a glass of water. My God, I need to cool down after that one. I'll be right back. You're watching the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7 Round 1. Race number 3, the final race of the evening from the Suzuka circuit. We're of course driving the most fabulous vehicles in all of Gran Turismo sport, dare I say, pretty much on the face of the planet. Super Formula. Oscar X0 has pole, Ryan Espadgino in second, Beaver Boy third, Kyle Games Drums in fourth. We've got 15 minutes action for you. Let's go racing. For the final time, the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Round 1. And into first turn will be Oscar X0. Great start off the line. No jump, no false start from him. And yeah, he is away. Beaver Boy, he was a couple of corners from race victory in race 1, unfortunately. Sorry, in race 2. Went a little bit deep into turn 9 as Oscar X0 leads us out through the Dunlop curve. Nice Espadgino, huge amount of speed in that Dolaris chassis. Oh no! But he's smashed into the inside barrier. And that is absolutely brutal for Ryan Espadgino. Brett Rackett very happy to take that second position. You can be absolutely assured of that. And this has been the problem corner, coming off of Degner in 8, then corner 9, and then just smashes into that barrier out into traffic. Luckily the game ghosted him on the contact. Otherwise, I mean, that's race over for near enough everybody in real terms. No damage is not on, but Oscar X0 would have been fully away. Oscar X0 will lead us over start finish at the end of lap 1. Fastest lap, of course, 1:38.768. Has Brett Rackett for company. Jovis in 4th. Kyle Game Drums in 3rd. Willie D 321. Brilliant recovery drive in the last race. Ended up getting more points certainly than what it was looking like at the start of that race. A couple of qualifying laps from him. Fastest lap of the race at 1:35 in that race. Looking at the inside of the Jovis as they go through Degner. And that infamous turn 9. Jovis picks up a half-second penalty as we go on board with Brett Rackett. A bit wide through the exit of hairpin there, Kyle Games Drums, as we go into Spoon. This is one of those corners and this racetrack that does catch people out from time to time. And absolutely no problem for our front runners on this occasion. Rackett right under the rear wing of Oscar X0. It looks like Brett Rackett has the run on him. Brilliant driving. Gets the move done before even making it through the hairpin. Sorry, through the chicane. My apologies. And Brett Rackett will lead us over start finish. Fastest lap of the race goes to him so far. 1:36.832. Oscar X0 using that slipstream. Maybe a little bit of overtake, a bit of that boost. Gets that position back as they head through the S's. Kyle Game Drums in 3rd. Willie D with that penalty in 4th. De Jovis all over the back of him in 5th. Lango 666, Connor 0410, Ryan Espadgino already back up to 8th position after dropping all the way back to 12th after that first lap crash. Beaver Boy in 10th. Mercedes Class 88 and Elite Digits, they make our race right now as looks like we've had a bit of a moment between our front two, or for our top two. We'll go on board with Brett Rackett. Again, they'd use a lot of curb going into 9. Or exiting 9, should I say. Ooh, Brett Rackett doing well to snatch control back of that vehicle. We'll be running traction control very, very low. One would imagine these drivers don't like to use much in the way of traction control, simply because it makes you slower. When you're able to really control your car, when you really know what you're doing, it makes you slower. As we are neck and neck into first turn, Car Games Drums, Willie D 3-2-1. And in fact, the Jovis now looking like, I looked a bit closer from that other angle as they go through the S-curves. And then the long left-hander. Oh no, De Jovis gets very, very wide. Somehow gets it back on the racetrack without spinning out or losing too much in the way of time. Lost a bit, but retains the position, and that, I think, is the most important thing right now in this race. 9 minutes 16 seconds to go. Brett Rackett leads from Oscar X0. Car Games Drums still in third position. On board with Willie D 3-2-1. Keeping an eye on the cars at the head of the racetrack. Again, I think that cost Willie D a little bit of time there. You heard the tyres really screeching. The Jovis has a 1 second penalty. Really working the car very hard through the Casio Triangle, that chicane section at the end of the lap. And it certainly can be that if you're hearing the tyres working that hard, that can be a real issue in terms of time, as Kyle all over the back of Oscar X0. Not going to make it happen into hairpin. On board, looking back now from the vantage point of Oscar X0. Of course, these Dallara chassis. Kyle dove to the inside on the way into Spoon, but had to back out of it. But this is great driving from these two drivers, from all our drivers. Driving standards have been very high in today's race. Again, only one real issue corner. Exit of 9 as Kyle gets by Oscar X0, at least initially through 130R. What can Oscar do? Back into Casio Triangle. And right now, the answer is nothing. However, we've seen how fast Oscar is down this section of racetrack. And using all of that overtake boost that he dares, gets past Kyle. And will lead the way going into and then out of the S-curves. Good news for Brett Rackett, who is up the road by 7/10 of a second. Oscar won race 2. Capitalised really well on a big moment for Beaver Boy. Couple of penalties on track right now. De Jovis and Willie D 3-2-1. Both with just under half-second penalties. Ryan Espadgino in 7th after that first lap crash. Terminator in 9th. Beaver Boy in 10th. Mercedes and Elite Digits. They round out our 12. Brett Rackett looking quite comfortable right now. Just over half of the race remaining. Oscar X0 has Kyle fighting back at him now. Into the Casio triangle. They're side by side. Oscar gets back ahead. Willie D321 burns off the rest of his penalty. Does a really, really good job. As Kyle gets the move done, Willie D321, can he make it stick? He cannot. Does get past Oscar, who goes very, very wide. In fact, Willie D321 does get it done. As we see Kyle falling down the order, we have to check this out. We're going to go on board with Kyle. Looking for the best vantage point. Side by side with Oscar. Sweetie's on the outside. Kyle. So Oscar gets knocked off, and then Kyle, oh, into the barrier. So both got very loose there, and I don't know. I'm not sure if there was contact. I think, and this is just think, that it was a lot more to do with just hanging it out on the absolute raggedy edge of grip. You saw Oscar go wide, you saw Kyle go wide, and then wasn't able to get the car turned enough, understeered on him into the barrier. That is an absolute sickener for Kyle, as Brett Rackett leads this race. 1.1 seconds to the good over Willie D. Oscar is in third under serious pressure from De Jovis. And the braking in these cars. If you haven't raced these cars or driven these cars, even on a time trial lap in this game, do that immediately after this race. They are so much fun to drive. The braking, the acceleration, the grip, these are tremendous. These are absolutely tremendous, and no better is it illustrated than into the Casio triangle. How extreme the braking is. They're an absolute blast. We have 3 minutes left of the opening round of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprint Series 7. We're going to be driving these awesome cars all season long. Make sure you petition Elite Digits if you want the Tuesday Sprints just to turn into a Super Formula season. Just, you know, permanently. Again, huge thank you to everybody who's checked out the stream, everybody who's smashed that like button, smashed the old subscribe button, as well as Brett Rackett still leads against his old nemesis. Might be a bit too strong, Willie D. Willie D in the Honda. Brett Rackett with the Toyota engine. Third is De Jovis. Oscar X0 in fourth. Ryan Espagino fifth. Badgering, working hard, trying to get by Oscar. So they're through the S's. Ryan Espagino, fastest lap of the race, 1:36, 1:24. There is more time. There is more speed to be got. We have seen 1:35s in race conditions from Willie D321 in the last race. Brett Rackett leads from Willie D321 to Jovis. Oscar X0, Ryan Espagino. This should be the penultimate lap of this race. Brett Rackett for the second to last time. Makes it through the Casio Triangle with no issues, though there is a car stopped on track ahead. It is Elite Digits who's had some kind of issue with their equipment, and that is so unfortunate. Again, does amazing work with us here at the Amigos Racing Team. This isn't possible without people like Elite Digits who organise the races, organise the tiers, host the racing, active in the community. They are such the backbone of what we do here, as Ryan Espadgino moves up to 4th position. Got by De Jovis that time. We are on lap 10. We're on the final lap of this race. Brett Rackett has the lead over Willie D 321. That's about half second. Oscar with a healthy 1.3 second advantage over Ryan Espadgino, but he is on a tear. Don't forget, he has the fastest lap of the race and is in clean air. De Jovis, Lango, Kyle Games, Drums, 5, 6 and 7. Terminator defending from Connor, and Beaver Boy, oh, doing it again, unfortunately. Really pushing hard. Exit of turn 9 is a real tough part of this racetrack. For the final time, we are up the hill to 130R, turn 15. Full commitment from both drivers. Brett Rackett making a couple of defensive moves. I'm not too sure if he needed to. The yellow flags are still waving. We've got cars stopped out on track, but Brett Rackett will surely win the final race of tonight. He does. Brett Rackett wins. Willie D 321 in second. Oscar X0 picks up the final podium spot. Ryan Espadgino up to 4th. De Jovis 5th. Lango is in 6th. Kyle Games Drums in 7th. Terminator comes across the line in 8th. Connor in 9th and Beaver Boy in 10th. A brilliant drive from Brett Rackett takes the win in the final race of tonight. The Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 7 round number 1, race 3. From 4th position, Brett Rackett with the very well earned victory. What a brilliant evening of racing we have had. A huge thank you to you all for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I've absolutely loved it. If you have, smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're following us on social media. And if you want to be a part of this great action, there's only one place you need to be, and that is on the Discord channel. Also, whilst you're at it, if you want to know when we're racing next, press the bell icon on YouTube and it will give you a little notification every time we have a video and every time we are racing live. My name is Darren Paul. My social media details, they're also in the description. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again next Tuesday at the Nürburgring for round 2 of the Amigos Racing Team Tuesday Sprints Series 7.